Hi, my name is Ritik. So today we are at Ashvita's. Ashvita's is an art gallery which focuses on the Madras Art Movement. So we have a separate archival and conservation center through which we tell most of our Madras artist stories. So the artist in focus that we have today is R. Varadarajan, and the title of the show is called Vessels of Vulnerability. So as you can see in the archival wall here, we have a lot of very critical information that public don't know about Varadarajan. Like how his artworks have transformed from the 60s to the 70s and to the 80s. So in the 60s, when he was a college student, he was more focused on the cultural symbolism and regional identity of Madras. And then in the year 1959 and in 60s, his artwork completely changed to an abstract form. The reason is mostly because he had a personal issues regarding death in the family, and it affected him a lot. So the themes that you see here are more abstract in nature, like they're more about human sadness and human pain, suffering, death, like that. So if you can come and look at these artworks. So all these artworks from the 65 and all that theme, like if you see this particular artwork, the red theme in the red color that you see here is his revolutionary resistance from the darkness that is coming out, like the branches of the darkness that are in the form of these black vines. He's trying to resist it through the red form, where he's trying to show how he's strong enough, but in reality he's little scared about what is actually happening. But it is through his paintings that we can see how he's able to resist the darkness that is there within the human mind. And overall, the theme is more on the human emotion, death, sorrow, and mental issues. But we need to remember the themes that we are seeing now may be pretty common to us now. But for the 60s and the 70s Madras, it was a huge cultural shift because most of the artists at that time were more focused on the cultural symbolism and regional identity of Madras and national identity. Vadrajan is the only one who went beyond cultural symbolism and regional identity.
Hi, I am Srinivasan. I am Madras younger son. Actually, I have an elder brother. He is also in art. Actually, we both did visual communication because of his inspiration only. He is a very good father. He is very kind, and because of his work, we are impressed, and we joined College of Fine Arts in 1990. Actually, I complete my this thing in BSc Visual Communication Design in 1996. And about his work, I don't know much about his work, but I used to go with him wherever he for that art exhibition. Actually, I used to accomplish with him. I also but I am used to work mainly on this thing, not abstract, more of realistic drawing. He is into more abstract.
திங்க் வரதராஜன் சார் வந்து நான் காலேஜில் ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தார். அப்போது ஐ திங்க் அவர் 2 இயர்ஸ் வந்து நான் காலேஜில் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது காலேஜில் நான் இருக்கும்போது அவர் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தார். அதுக்கப்புறம் ரிட்டையர்ட் ஆகிட்டார். அவருடைய சன்னும் நானும் வந்து கிளாஸ்மேட்டு. ஸோ அவருடைய ஒர்க்கை பற்றி சொல்லணுன்னா, அவருக்கு கண்டெம்பரரி மீடியமில் என்னென்னலாம் இருந்ததோ அவரையும் அதை வந்து மேக்ஸிமம் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அந்த டைமில் என்னென்ன மெட்டீரியல், மீடியம், அது வந்து ஒரு ஸ்பான்டேனியஸ் ப்ராசஸாக அப்ட்ராக்டாக நிறையா பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அதே மாதிரி அவர் வந்து ஒரு அவருடைய அப்பியரன்ஸ்க்கும் அவருடைய ஒர்க்குக்கும் ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு சைலண்ட் மோட்லேயே இருப்பார். பட் ஒர்க்கில் வந்து அவருடைய எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்ஸ் வந்து பிரமாதமாக இருக்கும். அதில் முக்கியமானதுன்னா அவருடைய அந்த அப்ட்ராக்ட் பேட்டர்ன் லைன்ஸு, பர்டிகுலராக இந்த ஒர்க்கில் இருக்கிற ஒரு ஸ்பான்டினிட்டி இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, அந்த அந்த லைன்ஸு. அப்புறம் வந்து அவர் எப்போவுமே எக்ஸ்பிரிமெண்ட் வந்து நிறைய பண்ணியிருக்காரு, நிறைய மீடியம். அந்தந்த டைமில் என்னென்னலாம் மீடியம் வந்து ஈவன் அந்த ஃபோட்டோகிராஃப்ஸை வந்து ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபி ஷீட்டில் இருக்கிறது அதை வந்து சேஞ்ச் பண்ணி கொலாஜெலாம் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. பர்டிகுலராக இந்த ஒர்க் வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஒர்க் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் இந்த லைன், ஸ்பான்டேனியஸ் லைனு. அவருடைய அவருடைய பேட்டர்னே எப்படின்னா ஒரு மாதிரி மெடிடேட்டிவ் மூட், ஒரு மாதிரி அவருடைய ப்ரெசன்ஸுக்கும் அவருடைய ஒர்க்குக்கும் ஒரு இன்னர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் மாதிரியாக தான் இருக்கும் அவருடைய ஆர்ட் ஒர்க்கு. அது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்.
I know Mr. Varadarajan in 60s, 67, 68. First, I come to know him. My father was the principal of College of Arts and Crafts, Kumbhakonam. He was a teacher there, first appointment in Kumbhakonam. So I used to have a collaboration with him. Used to talk to him like on modern art, everything. Over the years, I'm communicating with him. Of course, he passed away. His works are neo-modern, I can tell like that. There are informal design, more abstraction, okay, and more of personal touch. But he comes under that tree of Madras art history. He comes under that. That was a period when he was a teacher and like that. There were more of paperwork rather than canvas. Canvas was very, what I can say, it's not available. They were preparing, artists were preparing canvas, not to buy, to go to shop buy rolls of canvas, not available at the time. It was available, but very, very minimal. So all artists were preparing canvas and do oil painting. Acrylic was not at the time. I'm talking about 60s and 70s. So that was the period. More of ink, the medium was ink on paper, watercolor on paper, pastel on paper, no acrylic, no oil. Oil they were doing, actually it was very oldest medium oil in the world, but it was not available in Chennai and other things. It was, but a very minimum shops were selling the oil painting. But Madras Art School they were more of the drawing oriented. Most of the artists are drawing oriented than colorist. Whereas in North India, they were more of colorist than drawing oriented. Okay, do you understand what I say? So that is a broad difference between. So abstraction came in 50s in Madras Art School. Principal of K.C.S. Panikar, he injected that spirit, and all other artists around him were doing feverishly the abstract art where they were started doing. Now it is still continuing. So as far as the Varadarajan is concerned, more of abstraction than representation of living things, or only indication. There is only indication. The percentage of subject matter will be very less. He was continually doing. Simple man, he will not talk much. He will dress up simply and he will be sitting in the corner, that's all. His குரல் கூட வெளியே வராது அந்த மாதிரி very is not talkative person. So that was his personality. He was residing in Chennai, Triplicane, TP Square Street. No, that was his near Varadarajan. Next, I think next to the compound of Varadarajan, he was residing there. He was a very humble man, and he was closely connected with the Madras Art School. A very good artist, and he was influencing to me in the years, because I was a child at the time. I mean, I was studying SLC like that, school secondary. Now I am 77 years, because at the time. So that is topography of his. All the best to you.